News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Nathan Hager.
And I'm Lisa Mateo.
Lisa, we begin with a tense situation in Los Angeles. Anti-deportation protesters have been clashing with law enforcement for 3 days, in some cases committing violence, burning cars. L.A. Police Chief Jim McDonnell says the demonstrations began peacefully but have gotten worse.
This violence that I've seen is disgusting. It's escalated now since the beginning of this incident. What we saw the first night was bad. What we've seen subsequent to that is getting increasingly worse and more violent.
Los Angeles Police Chief Jim McDonnell spoke after President Trump deployed more than 2,000 National Guard troops over the weekend. He says he would not wait for Governor Gavin Newsom to ask for the reinforcements.
I have a little statement. They say, they spit, we hit.
But President Trump's move has local leaders saying it's only inflaming the situation. Here's Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass.
We're working with officials. We're organizing resources. But what we're seeing in Los Angeles is chaos that is provoked by the administration.
And Governor Newsom says he has formally asked the White House to rescind the, quote, unlawful deployment. He also says he plans to sue the administration over its action.
Back in Washington, Nathan, Republican leaders trying to keep President Trump's tax and spending cut bill on track after the president's very public falling out with Elon Musk. House Speaker Mike Johnson is making it clear which side he's on.
Elon's number one responsibility is to save his company. The president and I have the responsibility of saving the country, and that's what this bill does, and we're really excited and proud of this product, and we're going to get it delivered. House Speaker Mike Johnson spoke on ABC's This Week, as heard every Sunday on Bloomberg Radio. Senate Republicans appear to be shrugging off Elon Musk's harsh criticism that the bill will add to the deficit. The Senate Finance Committee is expected to strip out some Medicaid and Medicare cuts from the House version of the bill that would have added to its cost savings.
Lisa, let's turn now to the latest developments over global trade. The U.S. and China are set to resume negotiations in London today following a phone call between Presidents Trump and Xi Jinping. We get the latest from Bloomberg's Katya Dmitrieva.
There's certainly a lot more optimism in terms of what could come out of these talks than there was even last year, and that's before the call happened. These talks are really kind of a resetting, is how I would put it, and how perhaps investors and economists are looking at it, because, you know, there was sort of a back and forth. There was some lobbying of accusations. The U.S. imposed some more restrictions on China. There was this whole issue of Chinese students coming to the U.S. So now these talks are sort of a way of resetting that after this call happened last week between the two leaders.
Bloomberg's Katya Dmitrieva says the talks aim to resolve issues such as rare earth exports, tariffs, and restrictions on advanced technology.
Plenty of company news this morning. We're starting with Apple kicking off its annual Worldwide Developers Conference in Cupertino. Bloomberg's Tom Busby has a preview.
The highlight is expected to be a sweeping redesign of the software interfaces for the iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple TV, the Apple Watch, and CarPlay, along with some tweaks to the Vision Pro mixed reality headset. It's also rebranding its software, shifting from the current numbered-based naming to a year-based system. So next year's update to the current iOS 18 will be iOS 26. There is little chance, though, of any significant updates to its long-delayed AI product, Apple Intelligence. The conference runs through this Friday, June 13th. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
And that's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Nathan Hager.
I'm Lisa Mateo, and this is Bloomberg.